Hello folks and welcome back to falmunction Plays Fallout 4. We're just at the precipice of Diamond City. It's been...
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here, for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter. Boo!
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. I know you're listening, Danny. Open the gate.
Hey there.
You want into Diamond City, right?
She just talked to me. I didn't initiate that. That's cool. Also, she must be really important because somebody was willing to spend a lot of money animating, all these, all this motion capture. So, yes, I do want in.
I just got here, but yeah.
Shh. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. I need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Personal.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
Piper, huh? Piper and Danny. Ladies first, I guess.
You first.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer.
What?
The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped
Ooh,
for
that
parts.
a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
I stepped like 2 feet into the city and I'm already involved in some kind of I don't know, big argument in between 2 important characters.
Speak up, I couldn't hear you.
Also like these idle dialogue, just audio lines they recorded if you hesitate. I would be pretty biased, but my character doesn't want to get involved.
This really isn't any of my business.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money, settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
Spoken like a true mayor. Yeah, why not?
I'm sure your city's a great place.
Yeah, greatest house of cards in the Commonwealth. Until the wind blows.
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
Awesome. I think I'd rather not talk about this.
Not really your business.
Well, whatever you do, don't bother going to Diamond City Security for help.
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. A big Diamond City welcome from the mayor. Do you feel honored yet? Look, I gotta go get settled in, but, stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
No, that girl. She is trouble, I can tell. Okay, we can now just explore the city here. What is this place even? Like, could also talk to security, which she said I shouldn't bother, but
You're Sullivan, right?
So, you're that traitor Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
okay, that's wait a second. Yeah. Look, I had this completely wrong. I thought this was I thought this was yellow, but now I see this. I can see the difference. They're very subtle. My character is low
I
charisma,
didn't
so
catch that.
I didn't mean to lie, officer. It all just happened so fast.
Oh, sure it did. Happened so fast you forgot all about basic human decency. Didn't your mother ever teach you to be honest? Hey, what's brought you into town anyway? Be good to note it down in the logs.
yeah, really, I don't wanna. I don't wanna
Not
do
really
this
your
here.
business.
All right. Sorry I asked.
That's all right. Anything
Danny?
else?
Hey, did I ever get the reason why you came to Diamond City? I need to write something for the logs.
The game really wants me. I mean, it keeps giving you the option. Maybe if I say I'm looking for something.
Just looking for something.
Aren't we all? Now, was there anything particular you were looking for?
Yeah, if I go, maybe missing person.
Who would I talk to about finding a missing person?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, but we're under orders not to get involved in missing person cases. There's a lot
What?
of Institute paranoia right now. We can't really risk fanning those flames with official action. What if people panic?
Okay. I'm not sure if this is yellow or orange. Could also try and bribe him, but I don't think he's the kind of guy who would accept a bribe. Hard to say though. Let's.
You gotta speak up. Deaf in one ear.
Nah, I'm just
The
gonna.
Institute? What's that?
Ah, damn. Look, I really shouldn't have said that. They're just a scapegoat, alright? Something people blame when things go wrong. If you really want to know, there's a whole newspaper inside the city that won't stop talking about them. Public occurrences.
With a CK, huh? Okay.
I'll ask somewhere else then.
Chin up. Maybe someone in town can help you?
Maybe there's something going on with that. Also, we should stop just walking and start running again. Here we go, Diamond City. Now this is the real deal. Oh, Diamond City has a kitty. Well, that changes everything, right? I can't interact with him. And he or she doesn't even acknowledge my presence like a real cat. Good on you, Bethesda, but hey, it's Halloween. Alright. Whoa.
That motor is
Look at this.
Don't replace it. You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper?
She pushes her away. And I guess that's her
Paper to newcomers.
sister.
Institute grabs you in the night. At least we warned you.
Good to know. Thanks.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm serious. The Institute takes people. You should read up if you're sticking around.
Good to know. But what do you know about the Institute?
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute? Institute, mister? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so.
Stadium.
Someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
I don't want to brush her off. Sure. Let's
I
be
believe you.
friendly to the girl.
Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister.
What?
So what are you doing in Diamond City anyway?
I came here looking for someone.
Let me guess. That someone's gone missing, right? That's what I'm telling you. So who is it?
A missing person, I told
Who
you.
would I talk to about finding a missing person?
You're in bad luck. No one tries to find missing people in Diamond City. Missing people means the Institute is involved. And no one's going to want to get the Institute's attention.
Yellow?
You're a smart kid. Isn't there someone in town who isn't afraid of this institute?
Well, there is the detective,
Yay!
Mr. Nick Valentine.
Ah.
He's not afraid of anything. If anyone's gonna help you, it's him.
Okay. That's actually very helpful. Tell me more
What
about
else do you
him.
know about Mr. Valentine?
I know all the adults who go there won't admit it. Ain't that the way it is? No one's ever grateful for the people who help out the most.
That is true.
Thanks. You were a big help.
Remember, the Institute's out there, newcomer. Watch your back.
I guess we just got the paper. So let's have at it then. Over here. Synthetic truth. Oh, with like crumbled up and everything. October 22, 87, The Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. I guess, yeah, they don't have any printing press. They only have, well, they do have the printing press, but no, not the stencils or whatever they're called. So they have to write them by hand, I guess. Wright is a great name for a journalist or lawyer. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful, the ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? What? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m. enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. Why is that of importance? So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed. Interesting. Thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a public occurrences exclusive interview. Get to the point, right? Oh, I was there all along. All right. I was there all right. Sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now. 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were. So, what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't. Dum dum dum! Eustace continued her account of that evening and the moment when things turned sinister and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We've been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching. Kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He took Henry the barman right in the head. Don't hesitate. Didn't hesitate. Didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for the drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Brown Mask. I guess there's nobody proofreading it either, but who cares? When the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Since, after he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guys put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid. Gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you know. And we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there, and the Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek. It was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to Noodles, specifically the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonald last Wednesday night, in the same spot that Mr. Carter, the synth, went haywire and mercilessly killed several people after spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Interesting. That was fun to read, actually. Tell me if you want me to keep reading stuff like that. Because maybe they'll put out some more issues. But anyway, Institute synths and all that. We've seen synths firsthand. That's pretty cool. That they've already introduced them at this point. Because I'm thinking they will probably have a big role in the story. First of all, basically, if you've played Fallout 3, spoiler alert, one of the major side quests had to do with the Commonwealth and a synth known as Hargraves in a city which was pretty big, maybe not as big as this, but kind of similar to that. But the twist is, though, that this android was never, put into place there by the Institute, but he was sort of on the run from them. He had help by some people who basically wanted him to have an actual life as a human. They erased his memory, used like some facial reconstruction to change his look, and that was part of the quest. And you were able to basically guide his future. All that, of course, will maybe have some kind of impact here. So I'm very excited about that. But we have a whole town to explore.
Anyone is one of those things. It's that secretary of his, her and her perfect hair.
The mayor's secretary. Come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know
Codman.
human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you
Kathy.
nick McDonough with your
John.
razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Interesting. Nice decorations too. So I'm just gonna.
Today's Halloween. But do we get treats? No. It's all tricks all day.
At least you keep your spirit up. What's this? Fallon's basement. It's locked. Okay. They're having sales here. I'm just gonna go through here methodically, I guess. Okay.
Diamond City Surplus.
Okay.
Open 24 hours.
Ah. That's what I like to hear.
Closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
Again, he just talked to me without me
What do you
initiating
sell?
it.
Oh, everything, sir. Miss Myrna prides herself on being a collector of quality odds and ends from all over the Commonwealth.
Interesting.
We also buy any unwanted items you may be carrying on your person. And we're open 24 hours a day.
Isn't that lovely? Sure, let me see what you
I'll
got.
take a look. Sure.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, it's true, they have a lot of stuff. A lot of junk. Okay. Compensated armor-piercing 10mm auto pistol. Say what? It's $370. Let me compare this. This at 14 has 14 damage, and my tactical pistol. Come on. That's 21. 50. Fire rate 127. 46. What about the range? Does it actually... I don't know how these plus and minus icons, what they pertain to, like what weapon is being selected that this is being compared to, right? I don't know. I'll just leave it for now. Glow-sighted light pipe revolver. Basically, I'm looking for better guns right now because I'm thinking maybe I'm also, when I fought like in the last episode against these raiders there in these ruins, I thought maybe I'm just underpowered in terms of weaponry and equipment. So maybe we can also get some extra armor. That might be cool. I'm gonna buy those shotgun shells. What else is here? And that's it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Well, this episode is running long anyway, but I will sell off all my stuff here. Go back to my Red Rocket Station, get all my other stuff that I wanted to sell, and do that. And then we're gonna have a look around and see what other maybe extra vendors we can find around here. So that should be cool. I hope we can improve our situation. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we continue exploring Diamond City. Take care.